How's it, crypto maniacs? I'm back with another video. Today's video, we're not gonna talk about whether it's a good idea or a bad idea to buy Bitcoin. What we're gonna focus on is if you are going to acquire some Bitcoin, how do you do that? How do you get some? And also, we're gonna talk about once you have it, where do you store it? All right, we're gonna tackle those two things. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back, you guys. So the first step is to get Bitcoin is, well, you first need to know your options. And unfortunately, to turn fiat money into Bitcoin, your options are limited. They're not great. But let's talk about a few. For United States, if an exchange wants to operate, they need to have KYC, which is Know Your Customer compliance. And basically what they are is a bank. So some of these exchanges, all exchanges are sort of like a bank, but the ones that operate in the United States are certainly very similar to how a bank operates. So the first option they give you here is Coinbase. I would say this is one of the best options, if not the best option, to buy Bitcoin using dollars. You will have to set up an account with them. I'll show you more specifically about this particular website, Coinbase. But basically what you want is an exchange that lets you, set up your bank account on your account, and so that you can transfer the money directly to the exchange, and then using that money you can buy crypto, whether it's Bitcoin or other coins that they offer. Coinbase here offers a bunch of options, but the interest of today is Bitcoin. Is first you need to sign up for an account. That might take more than a few days, maybe even a week, maybe more, because they need to know that you are the person that you claim to be. They're gonna ask you for all kinds of identities, and basically all your information is gonna be in their database. Basically they're a bank, so you're providing all the information that you would a bank. But once you get them set up, you deposit US dollars. You would go to US dollar and just click deposit. Here I have a Bank of America account. You can also do a wire transfer. I believe wire transfer are more expensive, but I know bank deposits are free. They're not immediate though. It'll take a few days for your funds to be on the. Actually, let me talk about that. Actually, your funds will appear on this Coinbase account if you want to use the trader platform, Coinbase's trading platform. Then your funds might be on hold for maybe 5 days, maybe more. I'll explain that a little more clearly, but as soon as you put in cash on this website, Coinbase.com, you can exchange. Let's say here I want to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, and the good thing is you can preview your buy. And it says right here, at the current rate, my purchase will be $100, and 97 of those dollars, 97 and 1 cent, is going to buy me an amount of Bitcoin, this amount of Bitcoin. So basically $100 is gonna give me this much of Bitcoin, and there's this fee associated with it. Now the fees do tend to change here and there for Coinbase. You can check out all their all their fees and prices. There's a lot of things that go with it. Just like a bank, it's confusing and it varies. I actually use this website here. It's pro.coinbase.com, and basically this is a trading platform. Okay, this is what the professionals use to trade Bitcoin or other coins that are listed on this website. And this is what you get. You get an exchange type user interface. You have your basic toggles. And what I like to do is I like to buy limit orders of Bitcoin. I never actually buy a maker order. Well, if you don't know what that is, you should watch a video on what the difference is of being a taker or a maker. But when you use a limit order, you are a maker, and which means your order is not going to get executed right away. It'll take time. So if I want to buy Bitcoin, I can buy Bitcoin. Right now it's at 6,600. Maybe I can buy some Bitcoin for like 6,500, but it's not going to get executed right away. It will be executed when the price reaches my price point. It allows you to set your own price, and it's the lowest fee that you could acquire. Fees are not that bad when you're using the maker option, which is a limit order. Another choice you have is this website called Local Bitcoins, which I've never actually used. But back in the day when there were not that many people in the space, people used to just buy them locally, peer-to-peer. So it was really up to the two people to get together and do their thing, which it's risky in a way, but that's all about depending on who it is, what you think of the person, all that stuff. If you manage to find somebody who will sell you Bitcoin, and this is somebody you can trust, not an institution, a person, a friend, or a relative that uses Bitcoin or knows how to use it and has some, and they're willing to sell some to you, not to make a profit or anything, just because they want to help you out get some Bitcoin or because they know how, that would be the best way to buy it. That would be the best, because this way you are actually having a peer-to-peer transaction, which doesn't involve, again, a bank's institution like Coinbase. So when you make a purchase on Coinbase rather than with somebody that there's a record of the transaction. There's a record of the transaction on Coinbase database, and that will never go away, and that can be examined by any government institution. I'm not paranoid or anything, I'm just saying that's the case. The bank knows. So if you were to ask me, hey, you want your bank to know or you don't want them to know? I say no, I don't want them to know. Not because I'm being all shady or anything, but because that's just the logical thing. Because when you have an option, you just take the safest one. Just throwing it out there. So these are the two best ways in America to buy Bitcoin. Now, I'm going to tell you something about local Bitcoins. I've personally never used it. I live in America. There's the Bitcoin community is either a very small group of people who are really into it, or everybody else who doesn't really know, doesn't really care, and they think it's a scam. It brings, like I said, a lot of shady characters into the picture sometimes, people that want to take advantage of you. If you're new to this, anybody can take your lack of knowledge as a weakness, and they can exploit that. So be safe. Another thing about local Bitcoins, peer-to-peer, but in other ways, not online, not really person to person. So that was the intention originally, is to have people buy Bitcoin personally from another person. What local Bitcoins probably wants to do is make some money out of it. right? If they're just setting you up to meet another person and you guys go out there on your own, then local Bitcoins doesn't really make a profit. But if they change there's so much volume now that they can actually become an exchange themselves in a way and take a fee and all that. So I don't know. It kind of sucks that it's a little hard to get Bitcoin from fiat, but that's just the first step. But the good thing is that once you do get Bitcoin from fiat, then everything becomes easier. Once you have the actual fiat on the exchange, for example, or once you actually have the Bitcoin in your wallet, then everything from there is much easier. Now, before I go on, I will say that buying Bitcoin, in my opinion, is not the best way to get involved in the space. Because basically here's the rub. Most of the people who are into Bitcoin, I would say, including myself, I don't really, especially the people that we've been here in a while. We've been here a while. We've been through some shit. We've been through some ups and downs, some roller coasters, and we're not really scared anymore. People say, "Oh, Bitcoin's gonna go to 3,000." Maybe. People say, "Oh, it's gonna go to 1,000,000." Maybe, hopefully. But we're not really scared, okay? And we're not really fascinated by the price anymore. What we're really fascinated about is the ability to keep your funds or your store of value away from institutions, away from third parties, basically owning your own shit. And that's what the value comes from. And so if you buy Bitcoin on an exchange, you're basically giving the money to the bank in exchange for the Bitcoin. So you're still kind of in the system, you're using the system, and you don't really like it, but you're doing it. I don't have anything against giving money to a bank, because I already do it anyways. But the good thing is I can take that money out and do what I please with it. So that's my reconciliation with that. If I could, though, the best way to actually, be part of this revolution is to earn your Bitcoin. Whether you provide a service or a product, this is what really, separates the true, the true users of this technology. The true users. Okay, the true users is not me. I make bucks. Okay, I make bucks. I don't make no crypto. I want to. I want people to pay me. Pay me if you want to. Actually, send me. I'll leave my address on the thing, on the description. And thank you if you do, by the way. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I really need it. But basically, it's not about buying it. It's about making it, being part of the ecosystem. Imagine. You make Bitcoin, you spend it, you make it, you win. All right. So now that brings us to step number 2. Is now you got your Bitcoin, you got it. You listened, you went to Coinbase and you already bought it at the exchange, or maybe you actually met a friend or someone and you just exchanged it, or maybe you offered a service or product. But now you got it. Now what? Well, the next step is actually probably the most important one, so you probably want to pay attention to this. There are different ways to store your Bitcoin. There are many different ways. And there's, you're gonna hear a lot of people say that one is better than the other, and this is better, mine's better. Oh, yours doesn't have this, so it sucks. But no, okay? There are many ways to store it, and which one you use depends on you, on what you want to use your Bitcoin for. So let's say you just want to try out Bitcoin or use it to play a little bit with it. Okay, fair enough. This is actually, by the way, a very wise thing to do. Don't go in this thinking you're gonna get rich, okay? Ask anybody that's been in this thing. Maybe some of them got rich, but some of them got wrecked. So don't do this for that. Or, if you do, that's you. That's you do you. You do you. That's fine. But if you are getting into this for just trying it out, which is really good to do because that's smart, right? Just play with the new technology. It's new. You don't know what's going on yet. Try it out. That would mean that you would only get a small amount of Bitcoin. Not a whole lot, right? If you're just gonna try it out. And for that, I would just recommend you get a software wallet on your phone. Okay? Now, this is not the safest way to store it, but it's definitely not the riskiest either. Keeping it on your phone is probably one of the safest ways to keep crypto, and probably the safest for most of the people out there. Given that all you need is a smartphone, a pencil, and a piece of paper. The reason you need a pencil and a piece of paper is because you're gonna have to write down a seed that your wallet is going to give you. And these 12 words, or maybe 24, depends on the wallet, but this seed, this group of words, are going to be used as a password to unlock your wallet. In case you lose your phone or something happens, you can always get another phone, download the wallet, and restore it on the new device using the seed or the recovery phrase. This is probably the smartest way to store your crypto if you're only going to get a little bit and you're going to play with it. This is still very safe. It is yours. If you have the seed, if the wallet gives you the seed to recover your wallet, then that's a good wallet. That's a wallet that allows you to have control over your seed. Some wallets don't do that, so those are not safe. Those are just like the exchanges. They're just a bank, and they can do whatever they want, whenever they want. So, software wallet. Very important to write down on a piece of paper that no one sees ever. You don't take a picture of that piece of paper. You don't put it on any digital form. You just have a piece of paper. And I recommend you protect it, maybe laminate it, and protect it somewhere safe from fire or water. Okay? I don't know, there's a bunch of products they sell out there, maybe a box, something that protects it from water and fire. This way you'll never lose your funds. Now, again, you're just playing with it, so it might be a small amount, so maybe just keep that piece of paper in a safe place. That's it. You don't have to worry too much. Another thing you can do if you're just playing with it is get a software wallet that is on a laptop or a computer. And the reason why I didn't mention that before is because this is a little less safe than using your phone, even though it might be the same wallet. Okay, so wallets operate in both mobile phones and computer devices, but they're not the same. Okay, your phone is a safer place because of the encryption aspects of it. So the phone is a little slightly more secure way to store it. Now, software wallets on a computer is still a very safe place. They're still gonna give you that seed, hopefully. Make sure they do. They give you the seed. Get that seed, same thing. but maybe the computer wallet allows you to be a little, maybe the user interface is a little friendlier. Maybe there's more coins allowed in the wallet, so there might be some benefits to that wallet. Another way you can store your wallet, store your crypto if you're just playing with it, is you can leave it on the exchange. And this I would only suggest this if it's a very, very small amount. Depending on who you are, that could be, a few dollars to hundreds of dollars. I don't know how much you make. I don't care. But a small amount, for me, it's like $2. Like $1, that's a lot of money. That's some gum. That could be in my mouth. That gum could be in my mouth, or not. And I like gum. But once I get to that $1.50 range, I start to get a little nervous. So if you're keeping a small amount, maybe keep it on the exchange. Okay, just keep it there for recreational purposes, and you don't have to worry too much, because eventually if it disappears, you're not gonna suffer. You're just gonna complain to the exchange, because let me tell you, no exchange is safe. No one, not one. Okay, I don't care what they say. Oh, we use the algorithm. I don't care. The exchanges are not safe to store your crypto. Time and time again, exchanges have been hacked. Fraudulent stuff going on with their employees, embezzlement, you name it. All right, so now you might not be just getting this for, to play with it. You actually, there's another reason why you want Bitcoin, is because you want to buy something. Oh, got a message. You want to buy something. Well, that again depends what you want to buy, right? What you want to buy. And for that, I'll use the example here. I'm going to go to this website. It's called purse.io. Purse, like a woman's purse. And this website allows you to buy things on Amazon using crypto. So basically you put in the search item. So let's say I want to buy an iPhone case. Right, so I will type it in. And let's say I like which one do I like? Let's say I like the yellow, like my Bitcoin sign. Then I add it to the cart, and I proceed to the checkout. And it tells me that I can only get a 15% discount here. Well, actually, as you can see, it lets me go to up to 33%. But since I'm not signed in, yeah, it looks like I'm not signed up. Since I'm not signed in, it's gonna only offer me 15% for the first time, for the first purchase. You will do the discount, then you do the shipping information, you review, and then payment. And once you get to payment, you'll have the ability to pay in Bitcoin. And all you have to do to pay in Bitcoin is to send your Bitcoin to the address on this website. So once you get to the payment, it will give you an address where you can send the Bitcoin directly. So what you can do is let's say you use Coinbase. Again, Coinbase, very, 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 very popular, very, very easy to use. If you use Coinbase, you could withdraw your Bitcoin from your Coinbase account directly to the Purse account. And then this way you can have the money there to make your purchase. Now the money doesn't come in instantaneously like the withdrawal. Even though the Bitcoin network might be working fine and moving smoothly and fast, you're having to deal with an exchange with Coinbase. And actually the wallet that Purse.io gives you It's not a decentralized wallet, meaning you don't have the seed, I don't believe. I may be wrong about that, but as far as I remember, there's no seed involved with the Purse.io Bitcoin wallet. And when you don't have a seed, that means that they're in possession of the funds. And that's why the transaction might take longer than a peer-to-peer Bitcoin transaction. It might take a few minutes, or it might take half a day, the whole day, I don't know. It's up to them. It's up to their network and how they're dealing with stuff. You make the purchase, and now you've spent crypto on your goods and items, and you got a nice discount. Another thing that you could do with your crypto is to buy something from someone directly, in which case you would withdraw your Bitcoin from the exchange, right? Withdraw your Bitcoin to crypto address, and you would put the address here. Now, what I would do is I would withdraw my Bitcoin from the exchange into a software wallet of mine, and then that Bitcoin I would then transfer to the person that I'm buying the goods from. Now, another reason why you want to buy Bitcoin might be because you want to invest. I can't do this. I can't. Well, there's no way to talk you out of it. You're going to invest in Bitcoin. So, if you're going to invest short term, maybe it's okay to keep it on the exchange, especially if you're going to trade. Now, when I say short-term investment, I mean that you buy Bitcoin today and you think that in a few days or weeks it's going to go up and you want to make some profit. Then I would leave it on the exchange, because once you get it out of the exchange into your own wallet, it's hard to speculate on it. It's harder to transfer it again for fiat. So keeping it on the exchange is a good idea for traders and short-term investors. However, this is risky. Not only because the price fluctuates like a, but also because the exchange might get hacked while your money's in it. Now, by the way, just because the exchange says that you have Bitcoin, like right here it says, my exchange says I have 0.01864003 Bitcoin. That's maybe true, or it may not be true. I don't know. I don't pretend to know. But I'll tell you something. Tomorrow this thing says 0, and trust me, my Bitcoin didn't get hacked. I got wrecked by the bank. Like always, the bank tells you have Bitcoin. There's no way of knowing, and you cannot do anything you want with that Bitcoin. Once you get it out of the exchange into your own wallet with your own recovery seed, then you can say that you have your own Bitcoin. Then the thing with that is, though, again, it's not easy to trade once you have it on your wallet. So keep it on the exchange. If you're trading or short-term investing, this is risky. I don't do it. I don't recommend you do it. Don't do it. If you're gonna do it, then do it. And then lastly, if you're buying Bitcoin because you want to invest long-term, then you only have one choice: a hardware wallet. Hardware wallets are the safest way to guard your Bitcoin for the average person. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. I hope that people listen to this one. a hardware wallet is the safest way to keep your crypto for the average person. Of course, Mr. Techie Scientist is gonna come out.
Oh, there's better ways to store your crypto than a hardware wallet. You can use a biocomputer that's never been programmed.
There are people who might say to you that there are safer ways, more elaborate or tech-savvy ways to protect your crypto, safer than a hardware wallet. I would not do it. A hardware wallet is user-friendly, and if you follow the instructions, the likelihood of you losing your Bitcoin are very, 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 very small. Now, I came up on this website. Just looking at the result right here, it tells me what's the best cryptocurrency wallets. Well, it says Coinbase is the best one, and it says Exodus, and then this so forth, so forth. I've actually used all these wallets. I've used Exodus, I've used Jax, that's a good one. GoPay, I want to say I've used that. I've used Electrum. But look, it says Coinbase wallet. Well, the thing with this one is not, they don't even let you store your keys. So how can it be the best one? As you can see, this one is in bold for some reason. So that actually might be because that is the best one. Yes, I agree. Trezor is the best wallet. You write down your 24-word recovery phrase, and you keep your wallet in a safe place, and no one can touch you. Except maybe your family members, your friends, your dog can eat your crypto. But that's not really a concern, because if your dog eats your crypto, then you can just get another wallet and then restore it with your backup phrase. Unless your dog eats both your hardware wallet and your recovery phrase, then your dog should be put away for life. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, don't ask me, ask an expert. I'm just here to entertain the shit out of you. Have a marvelous day, and yeah.